This is the Gruul deck in my guild's Super Mega Cube, or approximately 270 cards per guild. That's 2,700 cards altogether. And I've made a commander deck out of each one just to get started. Alright, so I'm just going to go through the cards in the selection that I picked. Now, I did not pick a commander before I laid down, before I put the deck down to show it here in this video. But I would say of all the ones that are commanders, Rurik Thar is a little on the heavy side. I mean, he's a 6-drop. I would actually pick something like Mina and Den, because you're going to be playing lots of lands, and that's all you really want. You just really want a ramp, and you want to do it quickly. So that's what I would pick, and not a big critter. So in this particular case, I would not go with the commander from the guild kit. That would be my exception for this particular guild. And red-green, I think, is a poor choice of colors in commander. Somebody can correct me, but this strategy burns itself out pretty quickly. I don't know, we'll see. So a 1-drop Death Touch critter that you can discard and use it as a boost for something else. When it dies, it gets a counter. I love Undying. I can't wait for it to come back. Landfall from Battle for Zendikar. You're trying to drop a lot of lands as quickly as possible and make your critters big. It doesn't hurt to have a good mana dork that can fly, even though, I mean, you have some enchantments and some way to boost cards. I'm going to use this just to get mana stabilization. When you put something on it or you boost it, you'll get a 1/1 soldier token. Great card from Theros. Tap it, drop an extra land. Another landfall critter from Battle for Zendikar. Another Undying critter, one of the greatest cards in my opinion ever. Just a strong bear with first strike. One of the guild mages. This one from Allegiance. I'm sorry, not Alliance, Allegiance. And another Allegiance card with Riot, which is the ability.
Alliance.
Allegiance. If I say Alliance, I really mean Allegiance. Every time I watch a video and I say something wrong, I feel like, someday I'll just edit stuff, but I don't. Bear with Riot.
Say Pokemon names horribly wrong.
Yeah.
So that's why the reason why I do your Pokemon videos.
Thank you. I need somebody to do my Pokemon videos. Great mana dork.
Better than your son.
Yeah, from Allegiance. I know.
You can name every Generation 1 Pokemon in Pokedex order.
I know, that's pretty awesome. So this card is fantastic, even better in Constructed. I've actually played a complete playset online on a first turn. Another strong red critter from Theros. Yeah, exile the top of your library, play it if you can. Wonderful. 3/3/3 Trampler. And other creatures you control have trample. That's very nice. You can use it as a mana dork. I don't really like these super heavy casting costs. You're never going to do that. I'll beat up Goblin. Nice. Yeah. Don't know if I would do the return a tap land you control to its owner's hand. I'll have to think about that one. This may be a card that later on I take out. I'll have to think about that. Counters, not important in this deck, but the mana dorking is. Stapled Naturalize on a critter. I'll take it. Whenever you cast a spell, if it was kicked, put a counter on this dude. I don't know how many kicker spells I have. I may have none. There's optimization still to be done with these decks. And I think of all the 10, Boris and Gruul, I think need the most help. And I think Gruul needs the most help, period. I'll think about it. Pings. I actually cracked a foil of this card from a pack way back when.
Crack a card.
I know, right? It's got a Act of Treasons, yeah, stapled onto it. That's nice. Equal to the number of lands you control. You're going to be dropping lands. That's a great thing. This was an all-star from when Return to Ravnica block. I think this card is from Gatecrash. Was in standard. You can really boost something +4/+4. The cycle, that is, just love it. Put it in every one of these decks. Yeah, it's got a natural light stapled on it. This card was not that great, but I put it in here. I mean, we're not on counters. It's alright. It's a 4/3/3. Trampler with Landfall for Battle for Zendikar. Nice critter. Really good, even though I'm not sure I have a lot of means to enrage this on my own. It'll have to be enraged in battle, but that's fine. It's a 4/5. Rada, which I did not pull. Incredibly enough, this is one of the very few singles I've bought. I don't buy a lot of Magic singles. I just crack packs. Yeah, just a gigantic mana sink. From the Guild Kit, a Hydra. Hydra gets big. Hydras get big. You can ping and create tokens off of the counters. That's nice. Beautiful cycle from Theros block. Hopefully I'll keep things on the board so I can get Devotion. Pulled this from a pack way back when. Creatures your opponents control enter the battlefield tapped. That's a great control feature to slow everybody down while you beat face. It's got Death Touch. Double the power of each creature you control until end of turn and gains vigilance. That's nice. I don't have a lot of card draw, and that's one thing that I think will be in our next iteration of the deck as I pilot it. This is about the only thing that I have in here that can draw me cards. Easy. Big Hydra. Let's do it. Rurik Thar is great. It's just too heavy, man. He's just too heavy. But yeah, if you cast non-creature spells against it, you're hitting that player for 6. That's fantastic. An Elemental with Blood Rush. Number of lands you control. That's great. From the Guild Kit, Phoenix. You're going to be pinging, so you can get the Bloodthirst counters on it. And you can pull it out of your graveyard, as often is the case with a Phoenix. Great pull. Big Worm. Yeah. Nice card. Another card from the Guild Kit. It's got I got a lot of big critters in here, but I'm ramping pretty fast, so I should be able to cast them. Yep, you can use it as a tutor. Very useful in Commander. Commanders and tutor are best friends. Yep, put a bunch of counters. Nice big Blood Rush. Casual critter at the high end. 8/9/9 Trampler. Not good in standard. Then the Borbo from Gatecrash. Way too heavy for constructed. Fantastic if you can drop it and use it late game in a commander game. The Signet, I've got one Signet in each one of the decks. This deck is not heavy on artifacts. I think that's one of the few artifacts in here. Then participation card, just put it in there just to have fun. These all aren't that great cards. Overrun needs no introduction. A staple of ramping with a bunch of critters. Rancor, another great one. Pulled it recently, so every now and then I'll crack a few M13 packs and M12 packs. Creatures you control can't be countered. That's a great clause for a red-green deck. And give Riot to your non-token creatures. And we're not on tokens, which is great. for that card. Pinging, sack it, destroy target artifact or enchantment, hit the player as well, give your critters haste, boost something for scry, boost something, use it as a mana dork, and do a fight trick. I did put in one of my favorite combos of all time in this deck. Very difficult to pull in Commander. Probably these cards just don't fit in here, but I love them. So you take over the critter after you're done with it. At the end of your end step, you fling it. Charms, I tried to put charms in every one of the decks. And then also put one of these in every one of the decks just for fun. They all suck. But these are casual decks that give you a little taste for the years in which these cards were printed. Naturalize, Plummet, and another Naturalize. There we go. That's Gruul.